Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of Jay Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo-Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our boys had found the source of this Xenos threat inside an old mill. Upon discovering a floor covered in decaying bodies, they fought with some sort of maggot-covered monster, just barely surviving its onslaught. Sadly, before they could catch their breath, something was heard from above. Multiple voices speaking as one, proclaiming their doom. Can they finish what they started? And what's up with those floating bones? One of them has a whip? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, I got you back on. I'm not feeling so good, and now there's something coming down from above.
Yeah, Daniel, this is not a time to dramatically shut off in the middle of this, what is potentially a combat again? What the hell are those things? They're bone columns is what I'm putting together here with whips?
They're bones with hands and whips, and there's something yelling at us from up there.
Yeah, that's good. So there's more than two of them. Great. One was bad enough. Also, I'm thinking more deeply about this, Daniel, and now that I look at the floating bone columns and I hear the weird, creepy voice up there, I'm going to retract my statement that I've got a good feeling this is Dark Eldar, because I got no clue what the hell this is. But let's kill it? In for this, Andrew?
Yeah, I guess I'm not feeling so great, so you take the lead.
All right, rally and fight, rally and cry, let's do this thing.
Well, before we fight, now that we just have a moment to sort of get a feel for everything that's going on, and I'm going to need you boys to make a corruption test.
What? Oh,
dang it.
Is it because I'm standing in bodies, staring up at floating bones, holding whips?
Yeah, we are literally knee-deep in the dead.
All right. So this is a willpower check, right?
You make a corruption test by using your conviction trait.
Ah, poop. No, good. That's just my willpower. Yay.
Okay,
Yes.
what is the difficulty?
2.
At least it's not a
Okay.
resolve test. That's the harder one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have 6 willpower, so I just need a 2 or better.
Okay, so I only have a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I rolled 6, 6, 6, 5.
Whoa!
And one of those 6s is my wrath die.
You become uncorruptible, like a machine would, right?
Well, I mean, I might already have a little bit of corruption on me, so I don't know if that's true. But I definitely resist this corruption. Is there anything that I can do specifically with a 6 on my wrath die here, Daniel, or should I just convert it into glory?
It's special for corruption tests, and that means it reduces the difficulty of the test by 2, which means that there is not any difficulty on the test, which means you will automatically succeed. Because the amount of corruption you gain is based on how much you fail the test by, even if you fail, the 6 critical can sort of help you, I believe. But it's specific for corruption tests. You can't apply that to anything else. It just
Gotcha. So
reduces
because this is a difficulty 2, you said. So if I had rolled all failures but got a 6 on my wrath die, technically I still pass because the difficulty is 0.
Well, and then actually you would have succeeded because that would have been 2 successes. So the difficulty 2 corruption isn't that hard to deal with. It's the
Gotcha.
I think
there's more terrible corruption out there.
Andrew, you can really just take stake in the fact that standing amongst hundreds of dead bodies and staring at just unknowable Xenos evil, that you are just fine with it. Just shuffle this thing off. You're good.
This is like a Tuesday on Mars, Sometimes you just got, bone apparatus appearing in the middle of the desert and you just got to deal with it.
It's so crazy that your logic brain is just like, this might as well happen. All right. Well, I'm going to pass because I've got a 6 on my willpower. Here I go. I do pass. I do. With 5. Haha. I'm also used to this. Really?
Yeah, thankfully, these things do not appear to actually be, like, they're gross and disgusting and all that. Maybe not from the warp, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Warp stuff, very bad. Also...
Partially good. Partially good.
I think I was more terrified of the maggot, like, humanoid man that we were fighting before, but these are just bones. I mean, they're missing muscle, they're missing tissue. Like, we got this.
A little less gross, I would say.
Oh, for sure. For sure less gross. Speaking of, I'm gonna shoot this thing, Daniel.
All right, it's floating above you, so...
Oh, that's fine. That's exactly where I want it to be. This is like target practice on the ship, in that room where people tell me not to do target practice. It's gonna be fine. All right, I'm gonna use my shuriken pistol. Or should I use my Ranger long rifle? An old reliable that I've never pulled out. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use... the shuriken pistol. My ballistic skill is 10, but with the, I believe with the grip and whatnot, it gives me quite a bit extra. If I remember correctly, I believe it gives me a little bit of a boost. Indeed it does. So I believe it adds 2 dice. Oh no, that's only if I do like the full blast at it. I'm instead just going to aim, and I'm just going to shoot away. So aim will give me 1 more dice. That is nice at least.
I'm not convinced that your Ranger long rifle even works anymore. I'm pretty sure it's just for show, and you just like mention it casually, like you just did, to like make us think that you're actually more functional beyond a pistol and a sword.
What? No. I'm a sniper. I'm totally a sniper. It's not like I broke it and I just keep it around me just to make you think I didn't break it. That'd be crazy. It works. But time to pistol this thing. Here I go. Dice roll. Oh, that was pretty good. What's the difficulty? Dang it, I forgot to ask. What's the difficulty?
Their defense is a 3.
Defense is a 3. Well, I'm going to pass that with pretty easy. But I do have 2 6s that I don't have to include in there, so I can add those to my damage roll. Now, the shuriken pistol only gets natively 1 extra damage roll. It's strength 10. So I'm going to roll these 3. What do I get?
Wait, don't you want to make one of those, make it AP3?
You're right. One of them goes to AP3. So let me re-roll that.
It is bones you're shooting.
Yes, it is. So that is 12 damage AP3. Because I got a 2 conversion on my extra damage dice.
This pillar of bones is shot to pieces, and shards of bone rain down on you, but like not in an attacky sort of way.
But like in a cool way? I'm like, yeah, shards of bones. This is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Andrew, guns work on them. And I'm just smiling at you because, we're both insane. This is a Tuesday.
You see peeking out from a small hole in the floor.
Oh. Wait, in the floor beneath me or the floor above me?
Okay, so it's the ceiling for you, but it's the floor of the person who's standing on it.
Got it.
Or the thing that's standing on it. You see... well, a ray of yellow energy fly out towards you, Jay.
Oh, no. That's the wrong kind of thing I wanted to see. Not like a thumbs up, like, good job, shooting my bones.
No, I was going to mention the raining bones on us part too. I'm glad it's, like, anecdotal because I was like, oh, man, isn't that just going to rain a whole bunch of bones on us? But luckily, it's not heavy bones.
Well, I can't sidestep a laser, which is a bummer. I can't parry a laser either. But Daniel, would you say that all these bodies count as cover?
Not from above.
Not from above.
It's an interesting quandary, right? This ceiling/floor, this cover, not cover, this world of...
Unless you dove into the bodies.
I don't think that's the thing I can do right now. Body dive. No, so my defense is just a 5, Daniel.
This thing rolled 10 successes.
I see. Well, that's
9 dice.
That's quite high. It's quite high. Well,
it rolled 4 6s.
That's you'll maybe be okay.
Your defense is 5, you said?
Yeah, it's 5. So, Andrew, the last thing you see of me in this world, it's me smiling at you with bones showering around me, yelling,
Guns work.
Guns work!
And
Bang! And then just a laser goes right through me head. Okay.
My alternative consciousness that manages the Medicaid is just getting excited about being able to jab a whole bunch of needles into you.
Oh,
'Cause that's like its whole existence is just to jab needles into people.
it just gets so jazzed whenever it sees me get hit with something. It's like,
Like, calm down, calm down.
Yes. Come over here. I'm gonna make it all right. Zip, zip, zap.
So they didn't roll any extra damage dice on the attack against you, so that's good. You are going to take 12 armor-piercing 2 damage, though, from this Ripper Ray.
So it's more like 14, which would be 6 wounds, and I only have 7. So it's time for my favorite minigame. Can I dodge this laser? I've got 4 determination, and I've only got 4 shock left. So this is going to be all of it if I use it. So here we go to see if I can absorb at least 4 of this 6 damage. I do manage to dodge 2 of it, but I take 4. So I'm down to 3 wounds. Feeling real fresh.
Hey,
Real
twinsies,
good.
We're both at 3.
Yay! I'm glad we can both be at this dangerous, deathly level. Oh, your needles are going to have a real good time with me. That's so bad. Oh, boy. Okay, well...
Okay, so Daniel, are there any more bone things, or is it just this thing shooting whatever it is through the
There's
floor?
one more pillar of bones that is floating around. And I don't know, maybe he could send more down. I don't know how many he has up there. Maybe there's more of them up there. I really don't know.
So should I just shoot the bone thing, or should I charge up the stairs, or should I just shoot the floor where that thing is standing?
Yeah, shoot the floor where he's standing. Teach him to look through holes and stuff.
Okay. Now, I could just shoot the floor, or I could attempt to aim for the hole he shot through.
Well, the hole he shot through was the floor, so, my friend, 2 for 1. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, the floor might give him some bonuses, so, like, maybe shoot through the hole?
But if you miss the hole and you get the floor, there's still a positive outcome here, is what I'm thinking.
That's true. I'm going to attempt to aim for the hole.
Wow.
Okay? He might have even moved away from the hole, is the thing.
That's a good point. I'll just shoot the floor. You know, you put up a sound argument, Daniel. This is why you got the brains.
Yeah, you're our tactical strategist, and we just get shot by stuff.
Yeah, I'm always analyzing everything, even what the enemies are doing.
You are literally a floating brain. So
Yeah.
it tracks.
It does, and he does. Speaking of, help me!
Okay, what's the difficulty here, Daniel? Because I'm kind of trying to do something like extra.
Well, so hitting the floor that's just above you, hitting the ceiling that's just above you, that's a difficulty 1 check. But it's mostly going to matter how much damage you can do to the floor.
Okay, now I have to ask you a crucial question. Is this floor a vehicle?
No.
Dang it.
In fact, I don't know if electricity is the best thing to blow up a wooden floor.
You know, you continue to bring some sound arguments.
It's super conductive for some reason. Who
don't
filled
even
all
know
this
if it's-
wood with aluminum?
You know, you present an argument that maybe shooting even the bone thing with electricity is probably not the best choice.
What are you talking about? Every time I've ever seen in one of those old Vox cartoons when someone gets electrocuted, their entire bones can be seen through their body. So bones must be conductive, right? Right? Or were cartoons lying to me? Oh, God.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to move towards the stairs.
Okay?
Do I need to roll another athletics check to
You do need to
bulldoze
make a
my-
difficulty 3 athletics check.
Yeah, I was going to say to bulldoze my way through more of these bodies.
Through all of the corpses, yes.
You just being like, I've got a plan. And just right into the ground.
I mean, kind of what happened in the first combat. My weapon, my shock maul, was kind of constantly getting stuck.
You know, if you fall down, maybe the corpses will give you cover.
Oh, I should have thought of that.
Okay, well, nothing significant on my wrath die, but I did get a 3, and I can push 2 6s.
All right. You easily make it to the stairs. If you want, you can even make your way up the stairs a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I'll start to make my way up the stairs a little bit, and then I guess I'll try and shoot my arc pistol at the floating bone thing, whatever the hell it is, and see if maybe I can do damage.
Okay.
All right. What's the difficulty, Daniel?
Difficulty 3.
Wow, that was actually a good roll. Okay. So I succeed, and I actually can push 3 6s. Now,
Well, do your
unfortunately, I get no
damage.
bonuses because this isn't a vehicle either, right? I mean, it could be a bone vehicle.
It's not. I will let you know if it's a vehicle.
You know, at some point, this arc pistol will actually come in.
We'll
use.
fight a vehicle someday, Andrew, but let's live through this first.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So I had 4 extra damage dice. I rolled 5, 5, 6, 6. So that is 18 damage, pen 1.
Wow.
Too bad that wasn't against the other guy. These bones are electrocuted, and that breaks down whatever is holding them together as they and their pain whips fall to the ground.
I knew it. Bones
On just
are
Jay, though,
conductive.
to be clear.
Yeah?
But just on Jay. It all falls on Jay, because I'm at the stairs at this point. So it's just raining on Jay.
Yay! It's like confetti, but sad. Confetti!
It's grim confetti there, Jay.
Yeah,
Grim.
indeed.
Okay. And at the end of the round, 2 new bone pillars start floating down the stairs.
God damn it.
This is a problem. Yikes. Well,
By the goddamn emperor. Get out of my way.
oh man.
It's the top of the round. Who wants to go?
Well, Andrew, well, we're both almost dead, but I'm more likely to die easier than you. And I'd like to possibly get an edge on this enemy of ours through the means of stealth. I'm gonna try sneak. I'm gonna try sneak around through these bodies. Andrew, you cool if I go first?
Well, I mean, you have one path, the path that I carved.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stealth, but you won't exactly be unpredictable.
And there's only one staircase.
Yeah.
You're saying I can't, hold on, I have a grappling hook. I can grappling hook around here. I can zippity-doo-dah all over the place.
Yes, because it's better to be grappling hook up and get shot in the air so then you fall to your death, yes.
Well, not if I grappling hook in the shadows, where they can't see
What
me.
does that even mean?
That means stealthily moving through the shadows via grapple stealth tech. It's a thing.
Grappling hooks are... What?
The smoke is really quiet when you shoot it. It goes psst, and they're like, what was that? Was that a ventilation shaft? But too late, I'm behind them. And now I'm
So
shooting
there's just
them.
some random shadow within this tower that somehow you can completely vanish into, even though we have no idea how these constructs of flesh and bone perceive the world around them. Is that what you're saying?
Huh? You're saying they're not, better than 2020? We talking like 1015 or something crazy? That'd be wild. It's pretty good vision. But you're right, I guess bones don't have eyes.
Daniel, this is all up to you, man.
You know
I would
what?
say, you know what, Jay? The thing that I might mention, and I don't know if this works or not, the ceiling is pretty far up there. If you had some sort of weapon that could shoot at a longer range than your shuriken pistol, maybe you would be in a good situation here.
What, to shoot up through the ceiling?
Yeah.
I guess it is really high up there. But is he near the hole? My Ranger long rifle doesn't have explosive rounds. It's
No, I know.
Well, if he is near the hole, he'll get shot. Assuming your gun actually works.
I guess, hold on. Here's the thing. This is an old mill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I roll a check, Daniel? A awareness check to see, since this thing is old and probably covered in dust and bodies, I'd like to see
Mostly bodies.
I'd like to see if I can gauge where this thing up there might be stepping and moving around, just by the heavy steps and how it affects the dust in the ceiling above me. Can I do that?
That'll be tricky, but you could give it a shot.
I would love to give it a shot. So, what's the difficulty for doing something like this?
That's probably a difficulty 5.
Ooh, okay. Well, my awareness is a 6. So let's give it the old try. Trying to use some tactics here, because I cannot imagine how I can make it to the stairs and up before this dude just takes me out, let alone the bones get near me. All right, here we go. Ooh, terrible roll. That was only a 3. Okay. Well, I look up, I see bones, see a lot of dust, and it smells horrible in here, which I just remembered. So I think I've got to go for a grapple to get near you, Andrew, because you're going up the stairs, right?
Oh yeah, I'm already partially up the stairs.
Yeah. Daniel, can I grapple with like a athletics move to the stairs to meet Andrew?
Sure. You just have is it a grappling hook or is it like a grappling like ascension gun that you have?
Yeah, it's a grappling hook, which I assume is just an ascension weapon. Like, it hits something, I get pulled to it, something like that.
Is it? It's not just a rope and a metal like hook on the end?
Nah, it's a cool one, I think. I'm pretty sure it works like that. No, I've used it before. It does. It does work like that. No, I have. This totally works.
Yeah, you like grapple hooked up to play. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, you have that.
I'm going to die here, and we're debating if this grappling gun is going to work.
The real question, though, Daniel, is does he actually know the difference?
Yeah, because like a grappling hook is not like a grapple gun, but maybe in 40K they're the same thing.
Oh, listen, a gun is the attribute of gun is added to almost every functional tool in this universe. And here's your silverware, your fork gun, and your spoon gun. Enjoy your crab brulee. All right, so I'm gonna make a check here. What's my
Did you say crab brulee?
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. What's my athletics check to like not I don't know hit like the side of the wall or something?
Well, it's a ranged weapon attack. What it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm good at that.
It is
stuff.
a gun, as we established.
Yeah, ballistic skill. I'm gonna be like Andrew now. I'm gonna make all my tools gun related, so all of my checks are ballistic skill checks.
You better not shoot me with this damn grappling gun.
I'm gonna get myself a medicine gun and be like, "Don't worry, Andrew, I got you." Kapow! Here we go.
He knows the next step, medicine pack.
Medicine gun. What's the difficulty to zip on over to Andrew with my grapple gun?
Difficulty 5 to get it sort of stuck in.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got a 10, so just 50-50. Feels right to me. Very success. Oh my god. This is incredible. Well, first off, I got a 6 on my wrath die, so that wall takes a critical hit, and
He goes straight through the wall.
I've got 5 successes already, and then besides the 6 critical, which is beyond the original 5, I have 2 more 6s I can push. So, I mean, I gotta do something cool with this.
Okay, a couple of you could have it like sort of like propel you upward and you use the momentum to sort of like make your way further up the stairs.
I would
maybe
love
even
that.
Past the bones.
I would love that.
Okay.
To use the momentum and just zip past Andrew. I want to like land hopefully near cover. Like as I crest over the top, like I assume I pulled way too much momentum on my gun because I got really insecure about this not being a gun, so I dialed up the thrust way too much and zipped me over the top, up over this ceiling, now a floor. What do I see when I crest over this for the few seconds, Daniel?
So you see that there is one more of these robed worm things. It looks a little bigger than the other one.
Oh.
But the other one was sort of leaning down, and so it's maybe hard to tell. I don't know. There's a couple of other bodies up here. There's maybe a dozen or so, but they all look really chewed on. Maybe they bring up their favorites to eat up here.
Ugh. Are they all boneless? Like, is this
Not
where he's
all
getting
of
them bones?
But it looks like bones have been ripped out of several of them. You also see there is like a pile of bones and weapons near the stairs.
Jeez.
So maybe it's animating them.
Ugh, not cool. Also, I meant to ask Daniel, how tall is this thing? You said it's bigger than the other one. How tall are these things normally?
This one is about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
It's not gigantic or anything.
Okay, because height in this universe can be deceiving, where it's like, this is an even bigger Space Marine, and Space Marines are already like 8 to 9 feet tall. So, good to know. Okay, so this is humanoid size, just a little bit taller.
Yes.
This one played Worm Grossman basketball on whatever planet he's from. So I see this. Now, around you said there's weapons, there's bones, there's bodies. Are there any, like, I don't know, boxes or things that I might tumble towards in order to take some level of cover?
You know what? There are a couple of crates of weapons.
Okay.
Well, I don't actually know what's inside of them. I'm guessing they're weapons. They sort of look like weapons crates. There's a symbol on the side of it. Maybe we could look at that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. There also looks like there's a data pad sitting on top of one of them, too. So.
Ooh. The symbol on the side of them is just explosives. And I'm like, yes, that's the one. So yeah, I'm going to try to use my momentum to twist in the air and try to hit the ground, roll towards those crates. Pretty cool move. Do I need to make any sort of check to just see if I get, like, good cover, okay cover, crappy
got
cover?
So many 6s, you're good.
Yeah. All right. You know, Andrew, I did learn something from you. This is great, using other skills to solve problems. This is amazing.
Hello again, just your friendly Imperial Scribe here, to talk to you about warp timeshares. Have you ever wished time would just stop, and you could forget all your worries and responsibilities to the Imperium for like 10,000 years, and just get away from it all? Then check out Warp Timeshares. It's the only vacation destination where time doesn't fly. If you're interested to know of anyone else who would be, please report to the Adeptus Auroritas, and we'll get you all straightened out. And hey, while you're enjoying that extra time, why not check out our Patreon? With all the bonus episodes, plus getting access to new episodes 2 weeks in advance, you'll need that kind of time on your side. And with that said, I'll return you now to the boys.
Okay, perfect. So I do well enough, so I flip over, like, release the grapple, you know what I mean, on the side of the wall, and tumble down and just slide behind the cover, just amazed by my own luck of how well that went. Yeah, that's what I do.
Meanwhile, I'm getting charged by the 2 remaining bone things. So what do they do, Daniel? Or does the guy, thing, monster, leech, whatever, shoot?
It's gonna shoot at Jay.
Aw, not cool. That's not nice. But luckily...
Turns out all of those boxes were explosives.
All right, so I naturally get +2 cover from the boxes because I'm more than 50% obscured from this guy. And in addition, because of my chameleon cloak, I also get +1 for cover or shadows. So I'm an 8 defense, that's right! Although last time he did get a 10, so might not be enough. Here we go. Do your worst.
He got a 7.
Yes! That's right! My perfectly executed plan that I totally meant to do saved my butt. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's lucky, because, man, a 7 is still a really good roll, so...
Yeah, that's 7 on 9 dice.
Oh, my gosh. So we got a 10 on 9 dice before? This guy's a magician. Oh, yeah. I do not like these worm men. No good. No way.
This ray hits the side of part of the cover that you're in, and it just starts dissolving it. Well, not even starts dissolving it would imply that it is a long process.
Right.
It's just like it disintegrates.
Right. The remaining around where it disintegrated starts dissolving, which means I have this moment of elation of like, yes, you idiot, my cover plan worked. And I look at like what's around what got hit, and it's just like slowly melting away. And I'm like, ah! And I look to you, Andrew, coming up the stairs. Help! Help me!
Well, yeah, because it also means that your cover is being shot away.
I will have very minimal cover soon.
Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. I still have 2 of these bone things in front of me, and I'm pretty sure if I don't try to kill both, that I'll just die. So I'm gonna attempt a multi-attack. Now, luckily, there's only 2 targets, so it's only a +2 difficulty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is their defense, Daniel?
Well, it will be 5 now with the +2.
Okay, I mean, that's reasonable. I do still have 1 wrath remaining, so... Alright, here we go. Thank God no one on my wrath died. I was like, this is the moment.
This is the
where it
time.
happens.
Don't do it.
The shock ball just falls down the stairs.
Oh no, that would
And
be
I'm
the
just
worst.
brutally murdered and... okay, so a 5. Actually, that was actually pretty good. I not only succeed on a 5, but I'm able to still push 1 6.
Ooh.
So,
Neat. Roll your damage.
okay, so 5. Here we go. That was very good. So that is 15 damage, pen 1 on both.
That sounds pretty good.
They are smashed.
Awesome.
Most powerful weapon in the galaxy.
Yes.
Holds up to its name when I'm not throwing it randomly after hitting mush. Okay.
I've heard bludgeoning type weapons very effective against bones. Right?
That's true. I played that old game on the online that Daniel introduced me to called the Diablo.
Oh.
And,
Let's talk about it
was
another
actually-
time. I'm gonna die.
So as I'm rushing up the stairs, I have no time to waste against these things to basically get to some big thing that Jay is screaming about that I can't see. Yeah. So as I'm charging up the stairs, I just with a right hand just take a full right swing just from the side and just kind of bash through both of them as they spray their bones against the opposite wall like they weren't even there, and just charge up the stairs. Do I make it to at least near the top where Jay is?
Just make an athletics check, because we're not quite looking at your speed because we're also going up these stairs, and also the stairs are a little rickety and I don't want you to fall through them. So make an athletics check to see how you do.
I do weigh a lot. I am in power armor.
The difficulty is
Okay.
going to be 4.
Well, my athletics is better than Jay's. As me plowing through bodies showed.
It is an understatement.
That's a fail. I guess... Oh, actually, no. You said 4, right?
4, yes.
Wow, okay. So actually, no, I'm totally wrong. I forgot the whole premise of 6s. The only successes I rolled was 2 6s. So...
Phew.
But that's 4.
That is just enough.
That is 4. Yay.
You make it to the right to the top of the stairs. Your head is sort of peeking in to this area where they've been doing their feasting.
Yeah, I don't want to like just rush up to the top. I'm already close to dead, so I peek, and then Jay looks over and actually sees like a little like assistant eyeball from the Medicaid kit pop out of my pack and look as well, and then it spots Jay and shows its little injectors.
A little tiny like extending like little claw comes out and like beckons to me like, yes,
Come to me.
I'm going to get you. God, I hate that thing.
The end of the round, you see that the bones start to rise up and knit themselves together, and there are 2 more pillars of bone.
Oh my God. This guy and his pillar of bones. Oh, jeez. I look over at you, Andrew. I look at my, like, slowly disintegrating cover. Where are the bones going? Like, where are they? Because they're forming
Right
up
by
near
the
him.
stairs.
Oh,
They're
they're
right by the stairs.
So they're right by Andrew. I look at the disintegration next to me, and I look at you, Andrew, but I see the bones, and I'm, like, kind of giving you the nod, like, you should probably take care of those bones.
Yeah, so I give you a nod, and then the little Medicaid guy gives you a salute with a syringe, and then I guess I will attempt to kill 2 bone things again. This is getting repetitive.
Only if you
wanna
succeed.
leave that worm thing alive with its super gun?
Okay, well, can I make it to the worm thing, or are the bone things in the way? Because you said they spawned right up next to the stairs.
Well, I'm saying it's the beginning of a round, and either of you could take an action. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so this is my question. So Jay could either just go and take a shot at the thing, may or may not kill it, but if I was to go, would it be possible for me to get past these bone things without them getting an attack on me?
They will probably get a reflexive attack on you as you go through them.
Okay. Well, then I would say, Jay, you should probably just go first and shoot and see if maybe you get lucky.
And see if I can go after this guy. That's probably a good move. Okay. Because, yeah, the bones are blocking, and if this guy gets another laser shot off and either hits me or hits you, it's probably curtains for one of us. So I do a kip up, flip up, because I was basically on the ground because I hit the ground and rolled behind the cover. And I'm going to leap up over the boxes and try to come down on this guy, pulling out my Witchblade to hit him with it, close range. Because I do not want him shooting me long range with that laser again. Close range is actually a more comfortable place for me with this guy.
He's a mass of maggots covered in a necrotic black ooze, right?
Yeah. You don't need to remind me, Daniel, but last time he hit me with a big, gross yellow laser, and that wasn't fun either, so I'll take the maggots. Yeah, you see me, like, getting closer, like, confident in my plan, and then I see the maggots and the black ooze. I'm like, oh, why? Why this?
I was going to say, you're also making a lot of assumptions that this thing can't shoot its beam right at you at point-blank range.
Nah, I can't. Definitely can't.
We literally know nothing about this.
I'm going to think optimistically here as I stare into the face of maggots and black ooze. It's fine. And as I'm coming down with my right arm with the Witchblade, my left extends out just in case things go awry, and I'm going to use a multi-attack with my shuriken pistol to shoot at one of the bones right by Andrew.
Okay.
So with that, I'll do the bone column shot first. So I'm not aiming, so I'm not going to get any benefits other than the +1 just because of the grip on my weapon. So that's going to be 11. So my pistol, rolling me dice. Let's see here. What's the difficulty?
3.
3. Okay, I do hit. I can push my 1 and only 6 to make it AP 3, and I get 1 damage dice, which turns into a nothing, so that's 10 damage AP 3 against one of those bone column thingies.
Okay, you destroy it.
Yes! All right, so at least I splinter that one thing into bone confetti. And now, with my other multi-attack, gonna come down on this fool for shooting us with lasers, not having it, and making a bunch of annoying bone monsters. So my weapon skill, not as good as my ballistic skill, it's only an 8. But Daniel, what is the difficulty to hit this slightly taller maggot person?
Difficulty 3.
Okay, here we go. I can do this.
Well, no, wait, no. It would be 5 because of your multi.
No.
Wait,
I have dual wield, my friend. I can do this without penalty.
Right, of course. I retract my statement. It is only.
It's only if you go after more than 1 or more than 2, right?
Yeah.
Then you suffer the.
Yeah,
penalties.
I think as you start to get more than 2, it like basically the multi attack is, I think, 2 every additional person.
Yes, exactly.
And my dual wield reduces the first 2. So if it's just a 3, then I do hit this fool. Just barely. I got a 4. That was a terrible roll. Or average, depending on how you think about it. So that means I'm going to hit him with my Witchblade. So that adds my willpower on top of the damage. The damage is normally 6, plus my strength, which is 4, which is 10, which adds the additional willpower on top of it, which is 6. Half of the willpower, which is 3. So I'm already at 13, and this thing has 5 extra damage dice. All right, so with my 5 extra damage die, that is 3 extra damage on top of the 13 already, so that is 16 damage, 0 AP. What happens?
Well, he has 12 resilience.
Uh-huh.
So you do a lot of damage to him.
Yes, but he's still alive?
He is still alive, yes.
Okay, and I'm very close to him now.
Yes.
Okay, well, perfect. My plan went almost according to its own plan, but here I am, right next to this monster man. Great. Everything's great.
Might be. I just want. It might be more in accordance to call it it.
Mm-hmm. You're right. We should. We should ask it. We should clarify. But I might die.
I feel like maybe they is maybe a better way. It's like
yeah, you're right.
It is the colony. You're right, Daniel.
We're in space, Andrew. We got to get these things right. I mean, we're meeting Xenos all the time, and we're just jumping to conclusions. This is just a bad look. Anyways.
Okay, it's going to try to give you a hug.
Oh, good. Oh, well, at least this thing is willing to bridge the gap and connect us. Ah!
Necrotic embrace.
Well, guess what? He's going to try to hug me. But I'm only down with hugs from me fellow comrades, not from weird maggot creatures. So I'm going to sidestep this hug, which has got to be the coldest response to a hug ever, just to just tactically sidestep it. And I can use my sword for +1 for parry. So that is a 10 defense he's going to have to try to hug through, Daniel.
Well, you only got a 4.
Yeah! Tactical sidestep from hugs. No hugs here, buddy.
But does he have Hug 2.0?
No, I hope not. Please not. Andrew, please help. Do something.
Okay, well then I am going to attempt to strike down the one bone thing remaining. Well, at the moment, I should say. And then I guess I'll also charge towards combat. Maybe stand behind you.
What?
And support from a distance.
No. Get
Okay,
close.
so let me swing on this one bone thing. I believe you said its defense is 3.
Yes.
But it is technically a 4 for me because I'm wounded, so... Hey-ya! Okay, well, I do have a lot of dice. I do manage to hit it. Unfortunately, I have to spend one of my 6s on that. Okay, let's roll some extra damage. Terrible. So that is 11 damage, pen 1.
That is enough to kill it.
Yes!
Okay.
Bone confetti.
These things are not very sturdy. That's why they keep making them.
They are just made of bones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of variables on bone construct. They could be pretty durable in the end, but... Okay, well, and then I charge up behind Jay and stand behind him, so I'm out of combat range, and then I pat him on the back supportingly.
Nice. Good to see you here, buddy. Glad you're behind me.
I'm behind you all the way, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, I can see that. It's real good. But lucky for us, I believe it's top of the round, right, Daniel?
Yes, well, before that happens, more bones rise up. This time, there's only one of these bone pillars. It seems like there are not enough bones set up to be connected anymore.
We've, at the very least, if we die here, Andrew, we have depleted a massive amount of bone supply for this fella, which is a good thing, in my opinion.
I mean, there's like 1 million bodies downstairs. I don't know if that's really a... You know, I gotta think positive. I gotta start thinking more positively. You know, okay. Silver lining.
Silver lining. Sure. And that silver lining will be the lining of your mace cracking this maggot person's skull open. Would you mind? And I gesture towards him. You wanna crush this guy's head?
Okay. As I step forward apprehensively, knowing what happened with the first one, that was mildly smaller. Maybe I've just been hunching. Okay, here we go. No whammies. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I didn't roll anything bad on my wrath die.
That's good.
Thank the Emperor. Or the Omnissiah, whatever gets you going.
I love just like kind of an agnostic tech priest. It's like, Emperor, Omnissiah, whatever you're into. I don't care.
You know, you can believe in whatever motive force you want. I'm not judgy or anything.
Yeah. Wow. So open.
Okay, so I only got one 6. I hit very well. I'm assuming its defense is still a 3. Dan?
Yeah. So you do need a 4 to hit it because of your wound.
Yeah. So I do manage...
Jay, by the way, Jay, to go back, you were wounded, but you rolled high enough that you still hit those guys.
Yeah, I knew that deep down. Don't worry. I knew that the whole time, but I was too good. Ha-ha.
Anyway, Andrew, go ahead.
Luckily I did roll high enough that I could just hit him normally, even with the difficulty, but I only rolled 1 6, so only 1 6 to push, but here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Medium. That was a medium roll.
Oh.
Actually, I forgot. Those 2 5s become 6s.
I was going to remind you, it's a brutal weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, so that's 6 extra damage, which makes it 15 damage, pen 1.
Sounds very good.
That is exactly the right amount of damage you need to kill it.
Yes!
Oh. Thank whatever you pray to. We're all good here.
So flexible. I love this new take you have on belief And hey,
Is it because he got a little bit of corruption? He's just like chill now.
I guess. He's no longer hard on the Omnissiah. He's like, hey man, I prefer the Omnissiah, but whatever you're into, I'm down for it. I'm here for you.
The corruption and the corrupted numbers in my machine brain are just making me more open to things. There are things just beyond zeros and ones. It's really opening my eyes,
Which,
you might say.
Quite frankly, in this universe, is corruption. So it tracks, honestly.
I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling positive about this as well, and I immediately grab hold of Jay and start injecting him with things.
Oh no! I forgot this was gonna happen. I don't want this.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah?
Still a pillar of bones with agonizers.
What? This isn't one of those things where you kill their boss and they all just go to sleep or whatever? That sounds like actual tactics and actually useful military. That's terrible. I hate this.
All right.
Not like the video game at all, you know?
You've been playing too many of Daniel's video games, Andrew. That's what's happening here.
Jay, you are the closest thing to it, so it is going to attack you.
Oh, man, what? No! Well, guess what? Now, what is it attacking me with, Daniel? Please don't say yellow laser.
It has an agonizer whip.
Ha! Well, that's nothing compared to my side, step. I say that as I'm moving in slow motion. Not really slow motion. That would make a very poor sidestep. But your high-functioning eyes, Andrew and Daniel, see me just quickly blur out of the way with a +5, baby! +4 for sidestep, +1 for parry.
So what is your defense?
That's a defense 10.
It got an 8.
Ha!
Okay. I don't want to poop on this.
Mm-hmm.
But did it ever attack in the last round?
I think this is its first time ever attacking, and it got real excited about it.
Well, yeah, because you guys were always killing them before it went. What would happen is the round would start, the maggot man would shoot at one of you, and then you guys would kill the bone pillars before they did anything.
That's true. See, he just needed to let his bone pillars go first, and then he could have been shooting. You know? Just poor tactics. Now,
that doesn't make any sense.
Now, one of us has got to kill these stupid bone pillars, which I guess is going to be me because you smashed that guy.
It's you, yeah. It's your turn, Jay.
Turns out I can't move after I sidestep, which is fine because I haven't moved after I've sidestepped before. But this thing's right next to me, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just going to no-scope this thing point-blank range with my shuriken pistol because I do not want to leave anything to chance. And I want to get all the dice in the world to blood at this thing right in the face. That's 11 dice. Give me the old blasting. Let's see here. Oh, this is the perfect way to end it. Now, I definitely hit this thing. What's its defense, Daniel?
Well, it's 3. It'll be 4 because you're wounded.
Well, I got exactly 4, except for 1 extra dice. That's the 6 of my wrath dice, Daniel. I'm going to critically wound this thing.
I mean, you probably killed it. I'll look up the table.
I'm not gonna critically wound this thing. That's a 65. That's almost the highest critical you can do.
That is a very good critical. Just a moment.
Now, I want to hear the description of eyeballs and blood and all that kind of stuff coming out of this bone.
Yes.
Go
it
back
didn't even
to
know
the
it had
system.
What was that? There was a time in our lives where almost every time we shot somebody with a crit, I feel like something was exploding like superheated eggs. That happened often.
I also remember a time when almost every enemy we faced had actual ammunition on them, and you would always hit them with some kind of flame weaponry, and they would explode and then hurt us.
What incredible tactics I had.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because a 65 is appalling detonation.
What?
Ill fortune causes the blow to strike the foe's volatile war gear. In this case, it's scavenged agonizer. A chain of explosions tears their body apart into a grisly red or bony mist.
Or sometimes bony mist. So this thing just explodes.
Yeah.
Amazing. It doesn't hurt us, does it?
Yeah, I was going to say, does it explode outwardly? Because then,
I got to do some rolls.
This is literally my nightmare of what happened when it first rained
on
us. Turns out
you literally called it out, and then it happened. Why?
Yes.
So here's the thing. It is not going to hit you. However, the crit you spend is going to make it take 6 wounds. And that will be enough to kill it before you even roll your damage, I believe.
I assume
no,
so.
not quite. No, not quite. You're going to need to roll your damage. If it had any grenades, it would also take mortal wound.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. Let's see. The damage is 10 damage, no AP.
Okay, you got it. You killed it.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
But, sweet.
Yeah, you're good.
But what about us?
Oh, you're fine. No, the critical hit table, if you got a crit, nothing bad happens to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
okay,
I thought.
okay,
Now,
okay.
this is real bone confetti.
You can spend a glory to make the critical hit affect an additional target if you would like.
Ooh.
But there's no other target here. I mean, unless it's one of you.
Can
You
I
wanna spend glory
affect?
to hurt yourself.
Can I affect a little mechadendrite that tries to inject me with syringes often? Like, can I permanently murder that tiny thing? Is that a target?
Okay. First of all, no. I veto this decision.
Oh,
And second of all, again, I'd like to think more positively, but a detonation just happened on a very old and rickety floor with a very heavy armored man standing on it and a bunch of bodies.
oh, we're fine, right? Agonizers, they got like little bombs in them or little energy
Yeah,
packs.
if there were actual grenades or anything up here, you would have been fucked.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it's just more that the energy core on the thing overloaded.
Okay. Good.
What's amazing about this is because Andrew thought the fight was over, it's like you smashed the guy, you were about to inject me, and then like a classic horror movie, like this thing came out of nowhere, like behind you because you were behind me, and I'm like, no, and turn and shoot over your shoulder and blow it up.
But this is the best part because now you're staring right at me and my arms grab you on the sides of you
No.
and then the little mechadendrite immediately injects you.
Oh, why?
We're gonna see how good we do. Do we just give you a little bit of a boost just to satisfy her, or do we actually heal you some and give you some benefit?
It's just tetanus. You just get tetanus from this unclean syringe.
Okay, so there's upsides and there's downsides.
Oh, no.
The upside is I rolled high enough that you actually get 3 wounds back.
Oh, my God. I'm almost at my max.
The downside is I rolled a 1 on my wrath die, which means that's the only one I have.
Oh, well, you know what? It could be worse, I think. Because, quite frankly, I hope there's no more maggot people. Are there more maggot people, Daniel? Are you seeing anybody around here?
I don't see anybody.
Oh, good. Wow. Well, it sucks for you, because it sounds like you basically expended your last casing.
Yeah, I can't heal myself until we get back to the ship.
Now,
Or
that
at
would
least
be
the supply
true
center.
if I didn't happen to have... Aha! And I'm going to try to do a Medicaid check on him. Now, to be successful, is it a 3, Andrew? You do this often.
It is a 3, and then any 6s you can push on top of that give additional wounds. And if you roll a 1 on your wrath die, it's the only one you have. A 6 just counts as a double success. And that's basically it.
Well, I've got 4 dice on Medicaid. Let's give it a shot. Literally. Get it? Here we go. Ooh, that's exciting. I got a 3, so that means it's successful. Right?
Yes.
Cool. Do I roll to see how much medicine you get,
No.
Beth?
No, it's just 1.
Okay, so you just get 1 back. Huzzah. Also, amazingly so, I also rolled a 1 on my wrath die. So what really happened here, Andrew, is earlier you didn't realize, but I swiped
Oh
one
my
of those
God.
vials off of you, which is why your little mechadendrite is so upset, because it thought it had another vial. Because it was like, I'll give one to him, which is always
so you're
fun.
a thief on top.
Yeah, so I slam the vial into you, and I look at the mechadendrite like right in the eye. It's like, yeah, who's the mechadendrite now, bitch? Just staring at it with just hatred in my eyes for this stupid thing. And you get 1 wound back. Yay.
Yeah, the real thing here is you know that it'll get another chance. So
Yeah, it always does. Stupid thing. It's like cackling as it like slinks back under your robes.
It's just like it has two little hands that have little injectors on them, and it's just like flashing its hands towards its eye lens and like back towards you, just like I'm watching you as
I
it
see
disappears
you.
slowly into the pack.
Oh God, so horrifying that thing is. Okay, well, I feel better. Not great. This place still smells absolutely horrendous. Andrew, you look pretty rough, and
You basically just stabbed me.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, well, I stabbed you for health reasons, which is how you stab me in that creepy little thing all the time. So we're even now. Not even. You've done it so many times. Anyways, before we leave this decrepit, disgusting mill, Daniel, can we take a look around to see if there's anything here? I know when I was flipping up over the top, I got a lot of information in those few moments between air and hitting the ground. But I know you mentioned earlier there was like a data pad somewhere over by one of the boxes. Is it still there?
Yeah, thankfully the Ripper Ray didn't hit it.
Ooh.
Okay, well then why don't I look at the data pad and you check out the boxes and see what was actually in them and any cool info on them?
You don't think I could analyze the data pad? No, I'm just kidding. Of
No.
course,
No, you can't.
I would have no idea what I'm doing with that. I'm going to check these boxes, and I'm going to gleefully open a bunch of boxes. Daniel, do I find anything in these boxes that I gleefully rip open?
So, the first thing you notice is that on the sides of the boxes is a symbol that must be like whoever made these boxes or whatever, who made these weapons or is transporting them. You might need to make a check to identify it.
I would like to make a check. Would this be a scholar check?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have a 6 in this. I can give
Difficulty 3.
give the old scholar try. Oh,
It'll be difficulty 4 because you're wounded.
haha! And I was just about to say, which is good because I actually did get a 5. Never mind, I over-succeeded. So I do succeed. What symbol do I know this represents?
This represents the Amaranthine Syndicate.
Amaranthine Syndicate. That's right. We heard about that back on Emperor's Island.
Yeah, they're a relatively new group of traders that have come. Traders, not who have abandoned the empire,
Right,
but
right,
traders
like
who
rogue traders.
trade goods. Yeah, like rogue traders. They don't have a warrant. They don't have a warrant of trade like from the emperor, but they are still trading and traveling here and there. They've been supplying weapons to this conflict. You heard about them. They have been growing in the Calaxis sector. As one of the larger trading houses. They're made up of a bunch of independent traders and stuff like that that are all working together. And they're making a lot of big moves recently.
Amaranthine Syndicate. And I guess somehow they're either affiliated or partnered with whatever the hell these things were, which we'll probably have to do some additional analysis when we get back to the ship. I feel like this is something Oriange would be into, and maybe he could give us some additional intel.
Yeah, inside the boxes, you see that it's just a bunch of weapons.
Any cool weapons? Or just las guns and las pistols?
It's mostly las guns and las pistols. Any of the really high-tech stuff are not in these boxes.
Well, hey, we can still bring some back for the troops. I'm sure they'll be stoked. Have a few new weapons in-house. Andrew, how you doing with that data pad?
Well, I mean, it's a mild encryption, and, I think I can break past it. Is it encrypted at all, Daniel?
Yeah, difficulty 5.
Okay. I just wanted to sound cool in any case.
What? What'd you say?
Use check to break into this thing. What? I'm gonna break into it with all my Hackerman skills.
Hacker man.
So difficulty 5, is that with, since I'm wounded, Daniel, is that with the bonus, or is it 5 native?
So it'll be 6 for you.
A 6, okay.
Because you're
well,
wounded stuff.
I have 10 tech use, so this is possible. I didn't spend my wrath before.
That's
which was
right.
nice.
You still have it.
Actually, I barely succeed. Unfortunately, I have to use both of my 6s for that success. But I just get past the firewall. I'm able to get into it.
Okay. As you look inside the data pad, there is a lot of text in a language you do not recognize. They must have installed another font or something on this data pad.
Wow.
Because it's a lot of just
Are we sure it's not? Are we sure it's not wingdings? Right? It's not wingdings.
he checked that as part of his tech check.
Of course.
It wasn't that. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, Jay. I mean, I went through, the basic high gothic, Wingdings, Comic Sans. It wasn't either of those.
Yeah. It's not even papyrus.
Well, we all know papyrus was destroyed in the Age of Strife, right? That was used by the ancient AI.
I mean, some of the rumors say that some of the Dark Mechanicus still uses it, but
I figured it's what the Eldari use.
What?
Looks
How
very Eldari to me.
dare you say that? And I spit on the floor, hearing the name papyrus related to my Eldariness.
I accept that, Daniel. That is a good
No.
hypothesis.
No, we
That
will
it's
not
just-
spread the rumor that papyrus is the language of the Eldari. It's definitely not that. We got like swoops and triangles and stuff like that. It's neat. It's cool. It's mystical.
Yeah, papyrus. Yeah.
No.
Go on, Daniel.
No. God. I hate you
But
both.
there are a few words in Gothic that you recognize. But you only really notice them at first. As you're scanning through it, you see there are a couple of pictures embedded in there as well. And the pictures are of an Eldari and a tech priest.
What?
And underneath them are the names Jay Harden and Andrew Harden.
Well,
Okay.
that's real bad. It's pretty bad. Because
And you also see, and unfortunately without any sixes to push, the only other thing that you're able to pick up is something that says Harden Legacy.
Wait. So, was this all meant to be an elaborate trap for us?
I don't know. You reading something? I'm just looking at these pictures. We look pretty good in these pictures, though. This is concerning. Someone is investigating us? Is what I'm getting out of this? Or trying to trap us, as you mentioned?
Well,
That's-
I mean, the weird thing is, investigating us, I can understand that. We made some waves, We're pretty well known, pretty famous.
What?
But the fact that they specifically identified us by our, I didn't even think about this before, our new last name.
Yeah, that's right. I guess Jay Harden, Andrew Harden, that is our last name now. And this whole thing down here at the bottom, I'm making this out, right? Harden Legacy? Is that what I'm reading?
I was paying attention to that, but then, I didn't care anymore because there's no captain next to our names. And that's offensive.
I just thought about this just now. Andrew, do we actually know anything about Dad?
I guess not.
Huh.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It appears the Harden legacy may come with more than just a title and a rogue trader vessel. What family secrets await our boys? Tune in next time to... Wait a second. You can listen to our next episode right now? On Patreon? Why, yes. You see, on Patreon, our backers are always one entire episode into the future. There you can also enjoy bonus episodes and get access to our Discord, where you can chat with the boys along with tons of other wonderful listeners every day. Definitely check it out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app? We'd really appreciate it. Also, our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. And until next time, goodbye.